So the movie starts, and we see that there is a small child whose parents had died. He was very sad, so he comes to his grandmother's house. His name is Sam. But he was very sad because he still remembered his parents very much. His grandmother was very loving and caring, who took great care of Sam. But Sam was still not getting adjusted there, so his grandmother says to him, "Okay, I'll get you a pet. You play with him, make him your friend, talk to him about everything in your heart." And then in a few days his grandmother gives him a mouse, that is, a mouse. Sam was very happy to see that mouse and spent a lot of time with him. He always told his grandmother that grandmother mice are so fun, they jump and play in their cage. One day Sam was playing in his room with the same mouse that a witch was watching him from outside. And the witch's eyes were very strange. So with this, Sam's grandmother's health also starts to deteriorate. But after a while, her condition becomes normal. So she tells Sam to come out for a walk, and then they both go shopping in a grocery store. When Sam is away from them for a while, a lady comes to him, who was actually a witch. She gives Sam chocolate. This was the same witch who was looking at his house that day. She tells Sam to come here. She was doing it in her control, that is, she was hypnotizing him. And that witch also had a strange snake. But then Sam's grandmother gets free and she calls out to Sam, so Sam starts running towards her. And that witch leaves quickly from there. When they come home, Sam tells his grandmother. Sam tells his grandmother that the woman in the store was talking to me in a very strange way. She was giving me chocolate and telling me to listen to her. She also had a snake. So her grandmother tells him that my son was a witch. Why do we refuse you not to eat anything from anyone? Because it is possible that someone has mixed something in it. And most importantly, if she was a witch, why would she eat anything from it? She must be trying to trap you. I will tell you a story from my childhood. When I was 10 years old and I had a friend, we were both going somewhere. But suddenly my friend disappeared from there. And when I saw it, a strange woman was giving him a chocolate. That woman was a witch. In fact, she was the head of the witch. So I took my friend away from there. And the next day, when I was getting my pony from my mother, then I saw that my friend turned into a chicken in front of my eyes. It means that the witch had done some magic on him. Or maybe the chocolate he ate had something in it. Because of this, I have been away from these witches since childhood. And you too do not take anything from them and stay away from them. As soon as someone comes, tell me immediately. Sam's grandmother tells him that we will leave soon, because our house has been seen by the witch, and she attacks the poor people first. There was a 5-star hotel a little ahead of her house, where her grandmother's cousin was the chef head. And she used to get along very well with the manager of the hotel. So she tells him and takes a small room for herself. That means the manager of the hotel was a good person. Grandmother and Sam shift to that hotel. They could go wherever they wanted. But a strange thing is that as soon as they see it, a lot of witches come to that hotel, because they have a meeting. And after that, they have to have a great dinner. All the witches were very fashionable. She comes there and meets the manager, and tells him that you know who we are. Give us a big hall for the meeting. Actually, their plan is that we will kidnap all the children, or we will give them chocolates in which our magical potion will be. And as soon as they eat it, all the children will turn into animals. Because in our country, children are very rude, and they do not deserve to be in this world. Now we do not have enough time to choose rude children, so we will target all the children. Now it is night, and Sam is talking to his grandmother. It is raining outside. Sam says that, "Grandma, how do witches look?" His grandmother says that her fingers are very long, her nails are very dirty. That's why she wears gloves to my son. Her hair is not good either. That's why she wears wigs or big hats. And Sam was very scared to hear this, because there was a storm outside. Now it is morning. Sam was getting bored, so he takes his pet mouse and goes to the hall to play. But then the whole group of witches who came there for the meeting comes. Sam gets scared of them and hides there. The biggest witch starts to smell him, but he is nowhere to be seen. So she starts her meeting. Now all the witches were sitting on the chair, and the biggest witch was in front of them. She shows them a potion, and says that this is a magical potion. If you put a drop of it in a chocolate or candy, then this effect will come in the candy. That is, she will be able to turn children into animals. This will be its effect. She starts telling more about it. That's when she smells Sam again. She starts smelling the stage. And in the meantime, her nose and face looked very dirty and funny. After all, she was the biggest witch. So she picks up the stage and throws it away. But there is no one under the stage. But there was a window for ventilation behind it, where she sees Sam. She doesn't feel like catching him. That's when a healthy child comes there, who was a guest there. All the witches go towards him and catch him. She was very fond of eating and drinking, so the witches are very happy to see him, that we can easily trap him. And she gives him the same chocolate in which they mixed the potion. The child eats the chocolate immediately, and then turns into a small mouse. Now the witches themselves start getting scared of the mouse, and they are about to kill him by putting him under their heels. That's when Sam comes out of the ventilation window, and takes the mouse with him. But Sam made a mistake by doing this, because all the witches see him and catch him. Then they put a drop of the potion in his ear, which also turns Sam into a mouse. Now Sam, the mouse, and the healthy child mouse, they run away from there immediately. Sam's pet mouse is also with them. So we find out that she was a girl, and the witch fed him chocolate and made him a mouse, so they become very good friends. And she says that we will definitely take revenge from these witches. He immediately goes to his grandmother, and tells her that the witches have turned us into rats, Grandma. So his grandmother says that how did these witches turn my children into rats? I will definitely take revenge from them. Now Sam tells his grandmother that the funny thing is, the room in which the witches are staying, her balcony is visible from our balcony. So Grandma gets an idea, and she says that I am making a sock. I will make you sit in it and send you down. You steal that portion of it and bring it up, and I will fix you too. So she does the same. Grandma puts her grandson in that sock, that is Sam, and then starts going down. Sam is very scared of that witch, but that witch is not there. So Sam immediately picks up that portion and comes back to the socks. Now his grandmother is pulling those socks. That the witch sees this and holds the socks tightly. So Sam's grandmother says to leave it. I was sewing the socks and it fell down from me. That's why I'm just pulling it back up. So the witch says that how? And she is about to check the socks herself. And if she saw this, she would have killed Sam's mouse. But then a manager comes there, because of which she leaves the socks. Now that portion had come to Grandma. She puts it in a plate and dips those mice in it. But what is this? That portion has no effect, because that portion could have turned humans into animals. Not that animals can be turned back into humans. So Sam says that, Grandma, we can't be cured. So why don't we put this same portion in the witch's soup, which she is going to drink today. Anyway, you can go to the kitchen. So Grandma says, wow, kids, what an idea. And then she takes those 3 mice and that portion in her bag and goes to that kitchen where the witch's soup is being prepared and puts that portion in it. So doing this, the hotel manager sees Grandma and he says that these mice are yours. You shouldn't have brought them to the kitchen if they are your pets. You have done a very bad thing. So Grandma says that these mice are not mine. Check everything. Grandma has hidden those mice in her bag in the corner. So when the manager checks her room and her things, he doesn't find the mice anywhere. So he is very embarrassed. So Grandma says, I will file a case against you. How could you check someone's room like this? And see, the police will close your hotel. So the manager gets scared and says that the lady is unconscious. What happened? Have dinner on my behalf. And I apologize to you. So Grandma succeeds in her plan. And on the contrary, she also gets to eat. And then it's time for the witches' dinner. Those soup witches only made it for themselves. And it was going to be a very good thing. That they will only drink soup and become rats themselves. As soon as the witches drink the soup, all the witches turn into rats. Grandma is very happy to see them. And I was also enjoying watching it. All the workers and Grandma herself start killing those rats. But one bad thing happened here. That the Grand Witch, that is the biggest witch, had not even tasted the soup yet, because of which she does not turn into a rat. So the 3 rats set up a trap. With a lot of cleverness, they put her fingers in the trap, with which the witch starts screaming. So they quickly put the potion in her mouth, and now she too had become a rat, but a little bigger than the rest of the rats. And they all close it in a glass cup. And then Grandma, she puts a cat in front of the witch's rat. And who knows? That she will attack the cat and kill the rat, or eat it. Now Grandma is very happy. She puts all 3 rats in her bag and comes out of the hotel. Because there was no danger of the witches, she could have stayed in her house. Outside, we see that the parents of the healthy child are very worried. Where did our son go? But her mom was very bad. She never loved her son. And when her son is speaking in the voice of a rat, then she gets scared and says that you keep it. I am not going to keep it. So the rat also says that, okay, I got my friends, and thank God that she got rid of them. Now Grandma brings all 3 rats with her and feeds them. The 3 rats were very happy with their life and with making new friends. And Grandma also took very good care of them. The interesting thing was that those 3 rats never wanted to be human again. They enjoyed, they played, they ran, and Grandma was also happy to see them. And with this movie has a funny and happy ending.